Hello, everybody. It's my Tyler here at OG Gamers Live, and we're back. And today we're going to take a quick look at the ORICO ClearLink M.2 SSD enclosure. It's the TXM2 series. And there's quite a bit to go over, so we're gonna be doing some other videos to cover all that. But today we're just going to look at what's in the box and a brief description. First and foremost, this does not come with an SSD drive. You have to buy that separate. This is just the enclosure. It does support a wide variety of NVMe drives. It supports the M.2, just the M key or the M plus B key. It supports several different form factors, be it the 2230, the 2242, the 2260, or the 2280. I'm going to be pairing this up with another Amazon product, the Western Digital Black, and this is the uses the M key with a 2280 form factor, 1 terabyte, read and writes up to 5150, but that's going to be in a future video. So let's get right to what's in the box. It includes a product guide in both English and Chinese. When you open it up, it gives you a description of what's included in the box, the specifications, and under the how to use, that's actually how to assemble it. And this is a tool-free design. Next up, it includes the enclosure itself. It is quite attractive. It's clear plastic with this pewter gray on the end. I don't know if this is metal or not. It feels like it's metal. It comes with a USB-C to USB-C cable. This one is quite short, so if you need a longer one, be sure to order that at the same time if you need a longer one. And because it's a toolless design, it includes two rubber bushings to install the drive. You probably only need one. It includes the heat sink and the thermal tape. And the way that works is you install the drive into this, you put the thermal tape onto the drive, and you stick this to the thermal tape, and then you put the top on. However, that's going to bring us to a little bit of use case scenario information. Before you order a drive enclosure, you need to figure out what you're going to be using it for. This one would be great for just backing up data or transferring data from one PC to another. Now, it does say that it comes with intelligent protection. If you just plug this in and you leave it plugged in and it's not doing anything, it will go into sleep mode in about 10 minutes to help protect it from heat, to keep it from overheating. And that's what's in the box. We're going to assemble this drive right quick. Then it's, grab it like this, squeeze, pop the front end off of it, flip it around, push down and up, pop the top off. Now, I already have the heat tape and heatsink applied to my SSD drive. Sorry that I didn't catch that on film, but I lost the audio, so I'm having to redo this. And one of the things I found is, because I know it's going to go on the last hole, is we're going to stick this shock mount in right now. And it's hard to do with my big old fingers. This is where I need one of my grandkids here. You know, we're just going to do it this way and see if we can get it to work. There we go. Have it together. Now, normally, when you install a brand new SSD drive, you have to initialize it. This one's already been initialized, and for this part of it, we're going to use a long cable. More about the cable sizes and stuff later. Over the desktop, we're going to right click on disk management. And you can see that mine's already showing up because it's done, but it would show up as a new disk and it would ask you to initialize it. There's other videos to show you how to do that. Unfortunately, I messed it up on this part and it's already done. And I do not have a spare SSD drive laying around to do it again. While we're here, we'll go ahead and show you why cable length matters. We're going to do a speed test. And it's going to be extremely slow. As you can see, all we're getting is 38 megabytes per second on the right, and it's not even finished. So let me show you something here real quick. We've got the exact same SSD drive installed on the computer. And this drive is almost full, but it's capable of about 10 gigabits per second. Let's do this. Go ahead and come over here and go to we want megabyte to gigabit. It's capable of about 44 gigabits per second, well beyond what the enclosure's rated. The enclosure's rated 6 to 10 gigabits per second. Let's use the correct cable and plug it in over at the computer. Go ahead and undo this. Be right back. We've got it plugged in directly to the computer using the cable that came with it. Now let's do a test on it. And as you can see, it's not running as fast as it would have if it had been installed directly in the computer. That has to do with PCI lanes and stuff sharing lanes and blah, blah, blah. Come back over to our converter. And what was that showing on the read? 929. As you can see, it's running about 7.4 gigabits per second. That's right about where it's rated at, 6 to 10. And the write was 865. Running at 6.92 gigabits per second. So it's right in spec. That's extremely fast, by the way. Let's transfer a file over to give you an idea of how fast that is. Let's do a pretty large folder. How much? That's 17 gigabytes. Let's go ahead and copy that. Let's come over and paste it. And you can see it's cooking along pretty good there. It's going to do it in like 30 seconds or so. So next, we're going to do the heat test. We're going to leave this on a wall and transfer data back and forth and check it with the laser thermometer and see how that's doing. Okay, we're back, everybody. And I'm sorry it took so long, but I had to wait for my replacement laser thermometer to come in. My old one disappeared. So what we're going to do is we are going to copy data. Oh, I want to copy over this drive. And we're going to let that run. And we're going to do it a couple times and let it get nice and warm. It's going to take about 30 minutes to do this one time because we're copying about 480 gigs of data. So we'll do this twice and then we'll be right back. And as you can see, it's running along there pretty good, between 500 and 600 megabytes per second, not bits, bytes. So it should be done here shortly. Okay, it's finished up and we're going to check the temperature right quick. It's cooling off quickly, but it's running about 104 degrees. So it's well within system specs for an SSD drive. They say the average operating temperature on an NVMe drive on the motherboard is between 120 degrees, and they start throttling back at about 140 degrees Fahrenheit, not Celsius. And this one's running at about 104, which isn't that far off the system drive. You can see here 38 degrees Celsius. That's 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And y'all might be wondering why I didn't show the temperature on the ORICO, and that's because that information doesn't show up over here. It's just status healthy. So yeah, I was fully expecting to be disappointed by the performance of this enclosure, and that just isn't the case. I figured it would be actually running warm over extended usage. And for those that don't know, I live out here in West Texas where it's quite warm, and this drive is doing a good job. Now, I will check it again come summer when it's a lot hotter. But for everyday use in a controlled environment, I think it's actually better than I thought it was going to be. In fact, I could actually game off of this USB the way I've got it set up now with this drive in it. So yeah, I'm impressed. Let me switch this back over. I know I'm a pain, but this setup right here is literally a faster drive than what is in my laptop, and it's a faster drive than what's in my old computer. My old computer reads and writes at something like 500 megabytes per second, and that's a drive that's on the motherboard itself. This is reading and writing between 5 and 6. I've seen it almost 7. When we did the initial testing with nothing on it, it was 710 megabytes per second. The one in my laptop is only reading and writing at about 100 megabytes per second. Huge difference, huge difference. So yeah, I'd have to say that if you're looking for an NVMe SATA drive enclosure, there's a lot worse choices than this one out here. This is actually, I'm impressed. So yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up right there. And until next time, this is Vitali over at OG Gamers World. Y'all stay safe wherever you are in the world today, and we're out of here.